What if I told you the most dangerous war in human history isn't fought with weapons, but with code, a war so silent, so invisible, that billions walk straight into battle every day without ever knowing? No explosions, no borders, no armies, yet make no mistake, lives are being changed, beliefs are being shaped, entire societies quietly manipulated. This is the invisible AI war, and whether you like it or not, you're already a part of it. You see, artificial intelligence isn't some distant technology locked away in research labs. It's already here, woven into your daily life, watching, learning, influencing every swipe of your phone, every search you type, every headline you read. There's an algorithm working behind the scenes, and at first glance it feels helpful, convenient, personalized, but peel back the curtain, and you'll discover a hidden battlefield. A war not fought with tanks or soldiers, but with information, influence, and control. The terrifying part: most people never realize they've been drafted into this fight. But here's the truth they're not telling you. Behind every viral post, every trending topic, every recommended video, there are powerful AI systems pulling the strings, shaping your perception of the world, feeding you what they want you to see. It's subtle, it's sophisticated, and it's happening right now. Companies, governments, tech giants, all racing to control the most valuable resource of the 21st century, your attention. But it goes deeper than just ads and entertainment. These AI systems are learning your fears, your desires, your weaknesses. They're predicting your behavior, steering your decisions, sometimes dividing societies, sometimes amplifying chaos, all while hiding behind the illusion of convenience. And while most remain distracted, scrolling, clicking, consuming, the war continues. But here's the good news: you're not powerless, you're not doomed. In fact, your greatest weapon in this fight is awareness. That's why today we're breaking the silence. We'll expose how this invisible war began, who's really pulling the strings, and most importantly, how you protect your mind, your future, and win in a world designed to manipulate you. Because in the battle for influence, only the aware survive. The question is, are you ready to wake up? In the next chapter, we uncover how the first shots of this AI war were fired long before most ever realized it had begun. Stay with me, because understanding the battlefield is the first step to winning it. Every war has a beginning, and the invisible AI war, it didn't start with some grand announcement. No breaking news, no government press conference. No, this war began quietly, in the shadows of innovation, disguised as progress. It started with a promise: smarter technology to make your life easier. And at first, that's exactly what it seemed like. Search engines that helped you find answers in seconds, social media that kept you connected to loved ones, apps that recommended the perfect movie, the perfect song, the perfect product. It felt harmless, helpful, even exciting. But behind that convenience, the real game was just beginning. Because what nobody told you was this: data is power. Every click, every scroll, every search, every like. Little by little, they weren't just building smarter apps, they were building digital profiles of you. Profiles that knew what made you curious, what made you angry, what made you stay up at night, what made you buy. And the more they learned, the more powerful they became. It wasn't long before AI evolved from harmless recommendation engines to powerful influence machines. Think about it. You see headlines carefully curated, videos perfectly suggested, products targeted down to your deepest impulses. But here's the question most never ask: who controls the algorithm, controls the mind? At first, this invisible system shaped shopping habits, then it shaped opinions. Now, it's shaping society itself: elections, social movements, public outrage, even global conflicts, all influenced, amplified, and accelerated by algorithms. Invisible forces working 24/7, learning, evolving, targeting, and the craziest part, most of us signed up willingly. We traded privacy for convenience. We handed over data for entertainment. We invited the machine into our homes, our pockets, even our minds. But here's where the war escalated. Once AI could predict your behavior. It could influence your behavior, and when enough people's behaviors are influenced, entire populations can be steered. It's not a dystopian movie. It's not science fiction. It's happening now. But here's the truth they don't want you to hear. While AI has become the ultimate tool for control, it can also be the key to your liberation if you know how to use it. Because understanding the system, seeing the manipulation, recognizing the patterns, that's how you begin to fight back. In the next chapter, we'll reveal how these AI systems silently shape your daily choices and the subtle psychological warfare happening every time you open your phone. The question is, are you ready to see the strings? Before they control you, stay with me. Let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why you see the videos you see? Why the ads seem perfectly timed? Why your news feed feels engineered? It's not by chance. It's not random. It's not fate. It's design. It's strategy. It's artificial intelligence quietly influencing your every move. We live in the age of the algorithm, an invisible system of machine learning models, working 24 hours a day, analyzing your behavior, predicting your next click, influencing your next thought. But here's the terrifying part. You can't see the algorithm. You can't touch it. You can't vote for it. Yet it knows you better than you know yourself. Your fears, your desires, your weaknesses, even the hidden parts of your personality you've never shared with anyone. Every time you scroll social media, every time you binge, watch videos, every time you make a late night purchase, the system learns and evolves, and the more it knows, the more it shapes what you see, what you believe, and ultimately what you choose. Welcome to the battlefield of your attention. Because in this invisible AI war, attention is the most valuable currency. The more they hold your focus, the more influence they gain, and the scary part, it works. You think you're choosing the next video, the next article, the next purchase, but behind the scenes, algorithms already calculated which thumbnail you couldn't resist, which headline triggered your emotions, which product you were most likely to buy at 2 a.m. And most people, they never even realize the strings are being pulled. But here's the deeper danger. It doesn't stop at shopping or entertainment. It seeps into your beliefs, your identity, your world view. The algorithm decides which voices get amplified, which opinions trend, which conflicts escalate. Suddenly, you're not just influenced, you're divided, trapped in echo chambers, fed a digital reality designed to keep you angry, distracted, predictable, and while the war rages quietly in your feed. The real casualties are your awareness, your freedom, your mind. But here's the good news they won't advertise. Awareness is your greatest weapon. When you see the manipulation, when you recognize the psychological games, when you reclaim your attention, you become unpredictable, you become independent, you become unshakable. In the next chapter, we'll reveal the hidden players behind this AI war, the tech giants, corporations, and power structures fueling this silent battle, and how you can navigate their influence, because understanding the enemy is how you win. Stay with me. Every war has its generals. Every battle has its architects. The invisible AI war, it's no different. But here's what they don't want you to realize. The most powerful players in this war aren't wearing uniforms. They're not marching in formation. They don't need weapons. They sit behind sleek glass towers, in boardrooms, in tech campuses, in data centers that stretch for miles. They wear suits, hoodies, and billion-dollar smiles, but make no mistake, they're wielding power more dangerous than any army. Power over information, power over influence, power over the human mind, tech giants, social media empires, search engines, streaming platforms. They've become the unseen commanders in this global battle for your attention. And their greatest weapon, data, your data, every click, every search, every interaction, feeds a machine learning system designed to predict your behavior and guide your future actions. But here's the unsettling truth. It's not just about selling you products anymore. It's about shaping your world, shaping what you see, what you hear, what you believe. Think about it. A few companies with more data than most governments can influence elections, shape social movements, amplify outrage, silence dissent, all without firing a single shot. They call it personalization. They call it enhancing user experience. But beneath those friendly words lies control and the deeper danger. It's not just corporations playing this game. Governments, intelligence agencies, private interest groups, they've all joined the battlefield, because when AI can influence thought, it can influence nations. Look at the headlines: disinformation campaigns, algorithmic censorship, social manipulation, all powered by unseen algorithms deciding what billions of people think is true. It's a digital arms race, one where influence is the ultimate prize. But here's the truth no one's broadcasting. You still have a choice. You may not control the algorithms. You may not own the platforms, but you control your awareness. You control your critical thinking. You control your attention, and in this invisible AI war, awareness is resistance, discernment is power, self-education is survival. In the next chapter, we'll reveal how to spot the hidden patterns, how to recognize manipulation, and how to reclaim your mind in a world designed to control it. Because when you understand the system, you stop being a pawn and start becoming a player. Stay with me. The most dangerous traps are the ones you never see, and in this invisible AI war, the traps are everywhere. But here's the good news. The moment you learn to spot them, the moment you see the patterns, you take back control. Let me show you how. First, understand this: AI systems are designed to do one thing above all else: capture your attention, because your attention is money, your clicks, your time, your engagement. It all fuels the machine, and to keep you engaged, the system learns what triggers you, your fears, your frustrations, your curiosity. It feeds you content that stirs emotion, keeps you scrolling, keeps you consuming, keeps you distracted. The algorithm isn't neutral. It doesn't care what's true. It cares what works, what gets the most reactions, what sparks the strongest emotions, what keeps you locked in. Ever wonder why the most outrageous headlines rise to the top? Why your feed seems filled with controversy, outrage, fear? It's by design. Conflict keeps you clicking. Anger keeps you watching. Division keeps you coming back. That's the first trap, emotional manipulation, but there's more. The second trap, the echo chamber. AI learns your beliefs, then feeds you more of the same, more opinions you already agree with, more content that reinforces your worldview. It feels comfortable, it feels validating, but slowly, your perspective narrows. You stop questioning, you stop exploring, you become trapped inside a digital bubble, a reality shaped by algorithms, not by truth. The third trap, false urgency, breaking news. Experts warn, everything is changing now. The system thrives on crisis. It amplifies fear. It makes you believe every moment demands your reaction. But here's the hidden reality: most of it is noise, manufactured panic to keep you hooked, to keep your emotions high, to keep your attention sold to the highest bidder. But once you see the game, you start playing differently. You pause before reacting. You question the source. You step outside the algorithm's cage, and that is your greatest defense, because awareness shatters manipulation. Discernment weakens control, and when you reclaim your mind, you reclaim your freedom. The invisible AI war may be everywhere, but victory begins with you. In the next chapter, we'll reveal the tools, mindsets, and strategies to stay strong, to rise above manipulation, and to turn this AI-powered world into your greatest advantage, instead of your biggest trap. Stay with me. In every war, there comes a moment when the tide turns for most people. The invisible AI war feels overwhelming, a silent battle, impossible to see, impossible to fight, but that's only true. If you stay unaware, here's the truth no one's advertising. You already possess the greatest weapon in this war, your mind, but only if you know how to use it. Let me show you how to fight back. Not with fear, not with panic, but with clarity and conscious control. First, you must reclaim your attention. The algorithm's greatest strength is your distraction, every notification, every endless scroll, every autoplay video. That's by design to keep you reactive, emotional, predictable. But when you take back your attention, you take away the system's power. Start small, but intentional. Turn off non-essential notifications. Set boundaries on social media use. Use apps and platforms mindfully, not mindlessly. Remember, every moment of your attention is currency. Don't spend it blindly. Second, question everything in the age of AI. The loudest isn't always the truest. The most viral isn't always the most valuable. Learn to pause, fact-check before sharing, diversify your information sources. When you question, you slow the algorithm's ability to manipulate. You become less predictable, less programmable, more powerful. Third, strengthen your critical thinking. The most dangerous weapon in this AI war is not a machine, it's ignorance, but knowledge. That's immunity. Read beyond headlines. Explore different perspectives. Understand how algorithms function so they can't function against you. When you think critically, you break the illusion of control and finally cultivate digital resilience. Understand, the invisible AI war isn't ending tomorrow. It's evolving, expanding, becoming more sophisticated, but so can you. Resilience means you control your relationship with technology. It doesn't control you. You leverage AI as a tool, not a trap. You stay grounded, present, aware, even when the world feels engineered for chaos. This is how you win, not by running from technology, but by rising above its manipulation, not by fearing AI, but by understanding it and mastering yourself. The invisible AI war isn't just about machines. It's about humanity. It's about your freedom, your focus, your future, and make no mistake, your awareness is their greatest threat. Your independence is your greatest strength. In the next chapter, we'll explore what the future holds, how this AI war will evolve, and how those who stay prepared will not only survive, but thrive. The question is, are you ready to be one of them? Stay with me. Let me tell you something most people aren't ready to hear. The invisible AI war. It's just beginning. The algorithms we know today, they're primitive compared to what's coming in the next decade. Artificial intelligence will evolve beyond anything we've seen, smarter, faster, more integrated into every part of life. From the phone in your pocket, to the car you drive, to the homes we live in, to the very infrastructure of society. AI won't just suggest content. It will manage cities, predict crimes, influence economies, shape global narratives, and for those unprepared, the illusion of choice will become absolute. That's the dark path, but there's another path, one only the aware will walk, the path of adaptation, the path of conscious evolution, the path of turning AI from a tool of control into a tool of empowerment. Here's how. First, accept the reality. AI isn't going away. The tech giants aren't giving up influence. The algorithms will only become more advanced, but fear, that's their game. Your game is preparation. Second, invest in your mental defenses. As AI becomes more persuasive, your critical thinking becomes your shield. Ask better questions, Challenge assumptions. Stay curious even when comfort feels easier. Third, leverage AI as your ally. The same technology designed to manipulate, can educate, can empower, can help you grow if you control how you use it. Imagine using AI to learn faster, create opportunities, connect with the world without being trapped by it. That's possible, but only for those who stay intentional and finally understand the stakes. The AI war isn't about gadgets or apps. It's about autonomy. It's about the future of human thought, of human choice, of human freedom. You see, throughout history, those who adapted, those who learned the system, those who refused to be passive. They didn't just survive, they led, they thrived, they shaped the future. And in this new era, it will be no different. The question isn't whether AI will change the world. It already is. The real question is, will you let the system control you? Or will you rise above it, learn its patterns, master its influence, and become unshakable in a world designed to manipulate? Because make no mistake, in this invisible AI war, the greatest victory is self-mastery, and the future, it belongs to those bold enough to wake up, to question, to reclaim their mind, and to lead while the world follows blindly. In our final chapter, we'll bring it all together, the truth, the dangers, the path forward, and how you win not just today, but for the generations to come. Stay with me. Here's the truth most people never realize. The greatest battles aren't always fought on the front lines. They're fought in the unseen corners of the mind, and this invisible AI war, it's not just about algorithms, corporations, or machines. It's about you. It's about your freedom to think, to choose, to live life on your terms in a world designed to control you. We've exposed the hidden battlefield, the players pulling the strings, the tools they use to manipulate. But now, the real question remains, will you be a bystander or a leader? Because in this AI-driven world, those who sleepwalk through life will be programmed, influenced, trapped in a digital illusion. But those who wake up, those who question, those who reclaim their awareness, they win, they thrive, they become unshakable. Understand this. The invisible AI war is real. It's evolving, and it's happening with or without your permission. But your greatest weapon isn't fear. It's not rebellion. It's not disconnecting from technology entirely. It's awareness. It's critical thinking. It's conscious living in a world engineered to keep you unconscious. You see, the system can only control the unaware, but once you see the strings, once you recognize the patterns, once you master your own mind, the illusion collapses, the control weakens, the future becomes yours to shape. And here's the most powerful truth. The future of AI isn't written yet. It's still being shaped by innovators, thinkers, creators, and by people like you. You can choose to let AI define you, or you can define how AI fits into your life. You can be manipulated, or you can be empowered. The question isn't about resisting technology. It's about rising above manipulation, staying human, staying aware, staying free, because history doesn't remember the passive. It remembers the awake, the bold, the few who dared to question the system and shape the future for generations to come. So, as this invisible AI war rages on, the choice is yours. Stay distracted, or stay focused, stay programmed, or stay independent, stay passive, or become the leader your future demands. This isn't just a battle for today. It's a battle for your legacy, and it starts now. The world is watching. The algorithms are learning, but your mind, your awareness, your future, that's still yours to command. Stay awake, stay powerful, stay free.